Okay, so what we're going to be moving into next is Unit 4. And to start that, we need to remember how to work with fractions. I know everyone loves fractions. We're going to talk about how to, we're going to remember how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide fractions. So we're going to start with multiplying and dividing fractions. Remember, multiplying and dividing fractions is easier than adding and subtracting them. So let's say we've got 1/2 and we want to multiply it by 2/3. Okay, so remember to multiply fractions, and most of the time you guys probably just put it into the calculator, so maybe you've forgotten how to do this, but for what we're about to do, you're not going to be able to use the calculator, so we need to just remember how to do this. So remember, we just multiply across. So we'll do 1 and 2, so we'll do 1 times 2, and then we do the bottom. 2 times 3. And 1 times 2 is 2. And 2 times 3 is 6. Excuse me. And then remember we have to simplify from here. Remember 2 is the same thing as 2 times 1. 6 is 2 times 3. Remember our 2's cancel if they're divided by each other. And we're left with 1/3. And that's our answer. So 1/2 times 2/3 is 1/3, which makes sense, right? Because multiplying by 1/2 is the same thing as kind of splitting it in two. And if you've got 2/3 and you split it in two, each side would be 1/3. So that's just a quick review on how to multiply fractions. Let's do one more, just in case. Let's do, sorry, I'm making these up off the top of my head. Let's go with 5/6 times, I don't know, 4/7. Okay. So remember, we multiply across the top. So we'll have 5 times 4 over 6 times 7. 5 times 4 is 20. 6 times 7 is 42. So we got to simplify that. We know they're both at least divisible by 2. So we'll rewrite the top as 2 times 10. And we can rewrite the bottom as 2 times 21. 2's cancel, and we're left with 10 over 21. And we can't really simplify that anymore because they don't share any factors. So remember, that's how we multiply fractions. So that's just a review on how to multiply fractions. I'll do another video on how to divide fractions as well, because we're also going to need to know that, and then we'll go into what we're going to use this for.